Hello everyone, it is Mike here, and welcome back to the tournament. It's going to be a great one here. Ronnie versus Lucas. Ronnie versus Lucas. Going to be a really good one, and what's really cool is Lucas has some of his own people. That was pretty awesome. I thought that was really cool. And the ones he made I'm talking about, but we're kicking things off with Pac. All right. Some would consider him the GOAT. I don't know. If he was still alive, easily. But I don't know now. But everyone has their opinion on that. Of course, I'm East Coast, so I've always enjoyed Big E stuff better. And we're going to see who number 2 is here. Who's going to be facing off with Pac? Oh, my goodness, not this psychopath. No Country for Old Men. Yeah, if you don't know this guy, well, that's good news. That's good news if you don't know this guy. His name is Anton, and he is absolutely out of his mind. And what an entrance for Anton. He is known as one of the evilest movie villains ever, of all time. He's known as one of the evilest movie villains, if you didn't know. I mean, his method of killing is even weird. He's just a complete weirdo. Someone was asking me the other day, who is that? Who is that guy? And they were like, what kind of haircut is that? First of all, I wouldn't say that to him. I wouldn't say that to him at all. He will flip a coin, and basically, if you call the right side, you live. That's one thing he likes to do. And then, I love the one part where the guy said, "Are you going to kill me?" And he looks at him and he said, "Did you see me?" It's like, he is the ultimate villain. And that movie is an excellent movie. It even won Best Picture at the Oscars, but I still do not like the ending. I think the ending is for what we set up for. I mean, throughout the movie, it is really good. And then something happens toward the end, and it really makes the movie, I think, fall apart. Some people still love it, but I think it kind of stinks how that happens. But here's the rules. As they're eliminated, I will tell you what team they come from. I'll try to keep up with it. The first one that eliminates the others 15 wins. So it's a pretty cool concept. And we got Bojack and Anton. Yeah, Bojack in the house. Great to have him back. And Apocalypse and Anton. And number 5 is Gael. Gael at number 5. So Street Fighter. Love Street Fighter. And we'll see who's next here. 6 is Venom. Wow. Good pick there at number 6. And, yeah, I mean, these teams are stacked. I'm going to have to really watch out here because nobody's been eliminated yet, which is good for number 1 and number 2. I mean, they're going to need all the help they can get, but keeping track of some of these is going to be hard, and Pac's going to be the first one gone. And that's a loss for Ronnie. And number 7 is Max. The Mad Max series I recently watched. I really liked it, but I still think Fury Road is the best one, obviously. I was kind of disappointed in Furiosa, and I like the cast. But I mean, I was very disappointed in that movie. That was like one of my most anticipated movies of the year, and it just totally let me down. I thought it was just like a 6 out of 10. Definitely the biggest disappointment of 2024, for sure. And number 8 is The Beast. And it is from the Disney one. I actually had a scare because I had 2 Beasts here. And I've done some of the other ones before this one, even though I've kind of done them out of order a little bit. But I kind of had a scare because I picked the other Beast for the other team, but I actually got it right. And there was a 50% chance that I would get it wrong. So I'm glad I got it. I got both of them right. I did dangerously put their name the same without anything telling me who they were. And it's a good thing I went back and looked at it. I almost did not catch that. And, yeah. I got to watch out for stupid stuff like that all the time. And I got Max and Static here. Max and Static in the house. And we got Gael, of course. And did someone just fall? It looked like it. Yeah. Who was it? Oh, it was Creepy Anton. Creepy Anton is done. That's a loss for Lucas. So Lucas loses his first one. And hopefully we get a good competitive fight. That's what I want, a good competitive fight. And look at Bojack here, taking on Max. And we got Beast versus Apocalypse. And Gael in trouble. And number 10 is Miles Morales. And number 10. So always good to see him. I would like to see a live action of that. That would be cool. That would definitely be cool. Wow. This has just been exhausting already. And it's good, though. I like it, though. But we've only lost 2 people, I believe, so far. And now we're all stacked up. So I got to watch out here because once this happens, they all fly. They're all going to start flying any second. So I got to really be careful here and really pay attention. And looks like Static's gone, so that's a loss for Ronnie. And Bojack might be joining. Oh, wow. He survived it. And Apocalypse in trouble, and there he goes. Gael eliminates Apocalypse. Loss for Lucas, and Beast is going to be a loss for Lucas also. I just saw him on the list. So what a start we've had, and finally we got some people out, and some big people too. And Max has been eliminated. Another loss for Lucas. So Lucas starting to lose some people. Ronnie's lost a couple though. And number 12 is Voss. And we love Voss. Voss is from Far Cry. Just an amazing game. One of the greatest video game villains of all time. I can't praise him enough. What is the definition of insanity? Yeah, that whole dialogue by Michael Mondo, too. Yeah. Excellent dialogue. Excellent dialogue by Mondo. And he's played some great characters. Not just Voss, but he played Nacho and Saul, too. So, 13, we got my boy Victor. This guy is a beast. This is one of those guys I would not want to see in the parking lot, okay? If I had to fight anyone here, he would be the last person, because he is terrifying. His look is absolutely terrifying, and I don't blame him for being angry. If you all don't know his backstory, I don't blame him at one bit. He has every right to be evil. He does. I don't care. I just don't care. Now, is it unfortunate that people come up on his property and they don't deserve it? Yes, but I can tell you where the anger comes from. Miles is a loss for Lucas, by the way. I did not miss it. We got Snake Eyes here from G.I. Joe. And we also have Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler, wow. What an elimination. Crowley's going to be a big loss. That's going to be for Ronnie. Loss for Ronnie there. And 19 is Chip Hazard. Oh, no, 15, my bad. I'm reading bad again. Chip's my boy. Chip is amazing. I have a special place in my heart for small soldiers. I always will. And Bojack's been eliminated. Loss for Ronnie there with the Bojack. But Chip Hazard, man, he is the best. Archer's obviously my favorite. But, and Venom is done. Wow, I just cannot I cannot do anything because they just keep flying out at you. And Venom's a loss for Ronnie. So, yeah, Chip Hazard is a great character. And Small Soldiers was just like the coolest thing when I was a kid. And also, I thought the figures, I still have those figures. I still think till this day, they're some of the best figures I've ever bought. I wish I had them all, and they're not that expensive. I mean, a couple of them are collector's items, but for the most part, you know, they're not high dollar because there were so many of them. But I'm telling you, having Chip Hazard, I have, I believe, 2 Chip Hazards, and I have 1 Archer, which I did get off of eBay. And then I got the guy that spins around crazy like a tornado. And then I have Bazooka, I think's his name, one of my favorites. I love that figure, how you change his head out into a gun, which is awesome. And then I have the Nick Nitro, which one of my most embarrassing moments as a teen was with Nick Nitro. Because I had that figure. I had a bunch of people over to my house, and that figure went missing, and I went berserk. And I had a suspect, and then I found it under the bed. And thank God that it didn't go any further than it was about to go. So Nick Nitro apparently got the legs himself, and you know, someone was kind of teasing me with him, so I thought that they may have stole him or hid him or something, and I was about to go crazy. And then I just found him under the bed. So who knows what happened? Did they hide it, or I actually think they didn't hide it. I think it went under there somehow. But I was about to snap because nobody messes with Nick Nitro. He's already had it hard. If you've never seen the movie, you don't know what I'm talking about, but he's had it the hardest of everyone. And Voss is a loss for Ronnie. So he loses another one there. And this has been really cool. This has been really cool having all these people together. We got Tony Soprano in the house. I still haven't watched any Sopranos. And everybody tells me to watch Sopranos. Watch Sopranos. And I never do. So shame on me. Shame on me. And there goes, Well, we got Kenny in the house, too. I love Kenny. Kenny's awesome. He's one of my favorites, and I think I would love to see him go to the main company, but I don't think that'll ever happen. But I have seen him fight live, and he's one of the best. He is definitely one of my favorites of all time. And Gael, hanging in there, fighting a fellow soldier, Chip Hazard. And number 19 is Jon Stewart. So Jon Stewart coming in at 19. The Lantern is in the house. And, wow. Oh, my goodness. Everyone flying. 2 people survived that. But, oh, my goodness. Did Jon Stewart just... Oh, really? I did not want that to happen. Oh, poor Jon Stewart. He just cannot get a break. He used to be so good, too. And Tony's done, too, so I'm going to get a double here. Soprano's a loss for Ron. And John's a loss for Lucas. It's about even right now. I think I may have missed one just now. Nightcrawler. And, Chip Hazard with a nice dodge. And Nightcrawler, I think, is on Lucas's team. I'm pretty sure. Yep, so Lucas lost another one there. Nightcrawler was a part of his team. And it's every time I look down, another one, I can't keep up. This is one of the worst ones I've done. with just people just going out of here as soon as they come in, and Kenny's done. And I believe he's Team Ronnie. No, he's Lucas's team. So Kenny's done. We got Homer, which was made by Lucas, by the way. And 20 is the Trash Man, Danny DeVito, one of my favorites. I think one of the funniest people ever to live. One of the funniest people ever to live. Without a doubt. And Gael's in big trouble. And he's done. So a loss for Lucas there. They are flying out. And this has been a crazy one for sure. And we got Cartman 21. And Cartman, always good to have him. Also made by Lucas. I'm telling you, without Lucas, it wouldn't be as interesting. He's definitely contributed to this. And I always like to see his people. It's just always amazing seeing his people. And, yeah, really crazy. And Terminator's 22. And Homer in trouble. So Homer and Eric. Lucas is responsible for both of them. So he is definitely one of the best at creating. And Terminator. Oh, we got double here. I have to see who the other person is. I've lost track. Oh, Snake Eyes. A loss for both teams. Loss for both teams there. And Skeletor, of course, you got to really watch out for him. Him and He-Man can really cause problems. And Al Bundy's 24, also made by Lucas. Brought to you by Lucas. And I don't know if he's on Lucas's team now. No, he's on Ronnie's team, so he's a traitor. Al's a traitor. That's what he is. And 25 is Brainiac. And Skeletor in trouble. And Brainiac is here. I guess I don't know a lot about Brainiac. He seems like the coolest one. Out of all the superhero villains, Superman villains, I mean. And I guess, I don't know who's going to be the new villain in the new movie. I have no idea who's going to be the new villain. I'm not for sure on that. He might be the new villain. I'm not 100%, or maybe it's Bizarro. I know they're going to have Lex, but I don't think he's going to be the main. And there goes Al, and that's a loss for Ron. It's about a tie right now. And we got Hagrid in the house. And, oh, what a counter. What a counter by, oh, the Trash Man. Wow. Brainiac's a loss for Lucas. Lucas loses that one. And 27 is The Mummy, which is one of my least favorite Universal monster movies. I've talked about it 100 times. It's just, out of all of them, it's definitely the worst. I haven't. I may need to rewatch it, but it's pretty boring. It's like a romance thing or something. I think. If last time I recall, I know when I was a kid, I really did not like it, and I don't know after that. Maybe I could appreciate it more as an adult, but I doubt it. I remember not liking it at all. I like all the other ones, except for Mummy and Frankenstein. Frankenstein is good, but I do not like that. When I was a kid, that whole scene with the girl and the river, I could never get over that. And Mr. X is 28. Oh, man. And you can hear his footsteps, of course, from the ramp, as usual. He's the loudest walker of all time. He's definitely the loudest walker. Next time I play that game, I'm going to wear a headset, and I can hear those footsteps. That way I can hear those footsteps. It's dangerous playing that game on mute. That's absolutely dangerous. And Trash Man's finished. And that's a loss for Ronnie. And we got John Jones. Some would consider the greatest UFC fighter of all time. And Dana White talked about if he had one man in a room to defend his life, he would pick John Jones over Tyson because John Jones has the ground game. He loves Tyson and stuff. I love that clip of him talking about that, and I agree with him. I don't know if I'd pick John, but you definitely don't want to use a boxer because if it's a ground game. But maybe one of the best people to use would be Khabib. I think would be a great one. There's probably some other UFC fighters. John would be up there. John would definitely be up there. But living, you can't go with Tyson or Ali unless it's a boxing match because Conor McGregor could do boxing with Floyd Mayweather, but Floyd Mayweather cannot do UFC. So you get the difference there. So, and number 30 is Wreck-It Ralph. I've never seen that. I really don't have a desire to see it. I've heard good things, but it's Pixar or death for me now. When it comes to things, geared toward kids. I mean, you can enjoy it and be an adult, obviously, but it's Pixar or death right now. And, of course, the classics. I always love my classics. But I have no desire to watch any newer stuff. And there goes Haggard. Oh, my goodness. He took a toss. And, uh-oh. Look at Homer. Oh, what a counter by Mr. X. And that's a loss for Lucas. I think 2 losses. Lucas only has 2 according to this list. Trying to figure out who the 2 are. Because he just lost 2. And he may have lost his other one. That might be Ron. Yeah, that one's Ronnie. And Skill. Oh my goodness, everybody's flying out. Mr. X is killing people. That was 2 losses for Ronnie. So he just now lost 2. So I'm trying to figure out who's on what team. So Ronnie's got Wreck-It. He's got Mr. X, and he has John Jones. So Lucas only has 1 left. He's got Cartman. I may have missed one. Yeah, I missed Chip Hazard, I think. So we are officially down to 4 in this. We are officially down to 4. And it's not looking good for, I wouldn't say it's not looking good for Lucas because he does have Eric. And Eric has had a history on here. But I'm telling you, Mr. X is just destroying everyone in his path. You've seen those eliminations, those counters too. Oh man, nasty counters. But it's all up to Eric for Team Lucas. Of course, Lucas did make Eric. He's a very powerful one. But I would say everyone here is powerful. I think John is probably the least of these four, but he's even powerful. He could eliminate any of these guys, I think. Maybe not lift them out, but he could take them out if he wants to. Oh my goodness, the counters by X are just incredible. They are just incredible what we are seeing. And he's just cleaning house. Anyone in his path is getting cleaned. Anyone in his path, and John is done. John is done just like that. And it is not looking good. Lucas is trying to make a comeback here. He's got Cartman still. Ronnie's got the other two. And look here, and oh my goodness. And Racket just got wrecked. And they had Mr. X. Racket should have stayed back, and now it's a 1v1. So Lucas has Eric. Ronnie has X. Who is going to take this? Who is going to take this? And they literally had X. If Racket would have stayed back, it would have been a 1v1, but, you know, it doesn't matter. It's a 1v1 no matter what. Eric had X fair and square, but Wreck-It got in the way, and he got countered. So either way, Ronnie would have lost one. But it's down to these two. And Mr. X has been on a rampage. Anyone in his path is getting destroyed. But can he take down Eric? And, wow, a good counter there by Eric. And X is stalking his prey. Oh my goodness. He's been on fire. He's literally destroyed anyone in his path. And he has avoided elimination like crazy. But he's got to take down Eric. And it is a 1v1. That's what I love to see. It was pretty fair there for a little bit. It did get a little bit... Lucas did have a disadvantage at one point. But now he's come back with the Eric. And can his own creation win this thing? Or will it be Mr. X, who has eliminated at least 3 people? Maybe 4 or 5. I've lost count. But he's had some brilliant ones too. Some beauties. And Eric... Oh my goodness. So Lucas is going to make the comeback and win it. Wow. And Eric came in at 21. So I don't want to hear, he was 30 or something. But he was, that's just amazing. That's just amazing. And Lucas has done it. Eric, you're not going though. You're not going to WrestleMania. You're not going. I'm not going to allow it. You were 21. I know that's impressive. I don't care. I don't care. You're still 21. My rule is 19 and under for Mania. That is my rule. And you can do that little grip all you want. You're not going to squeeze the sign, buddy. Hate to tell you that, but congratulations to Lucas. And even better, Lucas won with one of his own people, which is even cool. And he has a good team. He has Eric and Homer, which are both his people. But, I mean, Ronnie had an excellent team. he had an excellent team too. So it came down to the wire. It was going to either be Mr. X or going to be Cartman. And in the end, Eric prevails. So hats off to Lucas. And Lucas will go to the Elite 8. It's official. So good performance by Ronnie. Came really close. Mr. X was definitely the best performer in this whole ordeal. But in the end, Lucas wins it. And we got a lot more to go. And I'm excited to see who's going to be all in the Elite 8. So we're at the halfway mark of